Hi everybody. Today's episode is going to be kind of quick. That's right, kind of quick, because we're just talking Cavs and NASCAR and kind of touch on the Guardians and of course the Browns. Of course, first things first, let's talk about those Browns signing Deshaun Watson. Of course, we got Amari Cooper, and not to mention the fact that the Cleveland Browns might be getting Jarvis and Odell back. How about that? Jarvis and Odell could be returning to Cleveland. Imagine that. Deshaun Watson, as long as if he's not suspended for things I'm not going to talk about, throwing the football to Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, and Amari Cooper, and David Njoku. I'm just saying that would be huge for the Cleveland Browns. I'm just saying. So anyways, now time to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers, some team leaders. A guy that leads the Cavs in a lot of categories is that guy right there. Darius Garland leads us in points per game, assists per game, steals per game, and free throw percentage. 21.3 points per game, 8.5 assists per game, 1.2 steals per game, and a 90.4% free throw percentage. Jared Allen, 10.8 rebounds per game, but he's hurt. Evan Mobley, 1.7 blocks per game, and Kevin Love, 39.2 3-point field goal percentage. Definitely looking like a strong can for the sixth man of the year. All right, so a bit up and down, I guess, for the Cavs lately. Cavs against the 76ers was a tough one, 118-114. Darius had 22. Isaac Okoro had 17. Karis LeVert, 15. Joel Embiid, an MVP candidate, had 35 points and 17 rebounds. James Harden had 21 points and 11 assists. Tyrese Maxey, 25 points. And despite having more assists than the Sixers, 76ers were winning for most of the game. But we did bounce back against the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets became McNuggets, as they typically are against good teams. 119-116 in our second overtime game of the season. Horry had 31 points, 10 rebounds. Evan, 27 points, 11 rebounds. Darius, 25 points, 14 assists. Here's another MVP candidate. His name is Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic, 32 points, 10 rebounds. Aaron Gordon, 20 points. Nuggets were up by 14 at one point. And as previously mentioned, yep, there it is, our 14-point lead at one point. And it disappeared. Thanks to moves like Darius Garland. Then the Cavs against the Pistons. Cavs won again, 113-109. Darius, 24 points, 12 assists. Sadie Osman, 16. Kevin Love, 14 points, 10 rebounds. Jeremy Grant, 40 points. Cade Cunningham, 15 points, 10 assists. Pistons blew a 12-point lead. It was very back and forth, of course. You know, despite the Pistons not having a good record this season, being one of the worst teams, they are coming soon. They are really up and around the corner. They have Saddiq Bey, Cade Cunningham, Jeremy Grant, and they did split the season series with us. And of course, the Cavs are one of the best out there, sixth in the Eastern Conference. We'll get more to that later. Cavs against the Lakers. LeBron returned, had a big posterizing dunk over Kevin Love. Of course, they were all joking about it after the game, and during the game, Kevin Love jokingly headlocked LeBron as a joke. Of course, obviously it was a joke. They're great friends, and LeBron apologized. Kevin Love was like joking as well. It was nice to see two champions in the only NBA Finals that matters. 2016, the only NBA Finals that actually matters. There's Evan Mobley right there. But despite all the fun and games, the Cavs did lose. 131-120. Darius, 29 points, 17 assists. Horry had 18 points, 9 rebounds. Lamar Stevens, 16 points. And that three is no good as the Cavs win. LeBron, 38 points, 11 rebounds, 12 assists. Russell Westbrook and DJ Augustin had 20 points each. We were up by 14, and the Lakers keep their playoff hopes alive. Standings. Currently, we sit in 6th place in the Eastern Conference right now, which, considering where we were in 3rd place, 4th place, that's not really that good, but could be worse, could be worse. 1 game back of Chicago, 3.5 out of Boston, Philly. Boston's been on fire lately, winning 9 out of their last 10, winning their last 4 games. 4 back from Milwaukee and 6 back in Miami for that top seed. And Toronto is 1 game behind us. And as I always say, objects in mirror are closer than they appear. And Toronto is closer than they appear. 1 game back. Tomorrow night, we play them at the Scotiabank Arena. That's going to be scary playing Toronto, but we did take them down on national television on ESPN. So if we fall down 7th seed and end in the 7th seed or 10th seed or 9th or 8th seed, then we go in the play-in tournament. Play-in tournament works like this. 7 plays 8. The winner of that plays the number 2 seed. The loser of that plays the winner of the 9-10 game. And the winner of that game plays the number 1 seed. Kind of confusing, but in the end, I think you'll understand. But yeah, Cavs start off on fire, but been sliding, and hopefully they don't continue that slide. Boy, oh boy, that would be pretty bad. Now time for NASCAR, the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500. William Byron won the race. It's his first win of the season. He also won Stage 1. Ryan Blaney won Stage 2. Ross Chastain lost a tire on lap 95. Tyler Reddick lost a tire 50 laps later. Debris made another caution happen 12 laps after Tyler Reddick lost the tire. Big crash on lap 201. Todd Gilliland got involved in a crash on lap 301. Byron took the lead away in the race. And then a mammoth crash at the very end of the race. Oh boy, it was absolutely insane. Justin Haley, Bubba Wallace, and Chris Buescher got into a big wreck on that last lap. Cost them the race and easily allow William Byron to run away with it. It was a crazy race to say the least, and it was a fun one. I think next week they go to the Circuit of the Americas. It's a road course, for goodness sake. Gotta love those road courses. They're fun. They're like a Mario Kart track. And of course, speaking of Mario Kart, there's a new DLC that dropped with Mario Kart. I don't have it because I don't have online, because you have to pay for online, but still, seems pretty cool. Of course, the Cleveland Guardians, of course, they're still going on right now, as there's the last lap when Byron ran away with it. Today, we play the Dodgers. Shane Bieber's on the mound. That's right, Shane Bieber going to make his spring training debut against Clayton Kershaw. Our lineup's looking like this: Bradley Zimmer, Owen Miller, Franmil Reyes, Bobby Bradley, Luke Mail, Gabriel Arias, Oscar Gonzalez, Ernie Clement, and Brian Rocchio. Of course, that's what the good guys look like. Of course, 3-1-1. But the main highlight to me was a 25-12 loss to the Texas Rangers. 25-12. When I saw it on my phone, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, okay, that's a glitch. No, it's not. 25-12. Yep, it's right there on your screen. It's our lone loss of spring training. Texas put up 9 runs in the third. They scored in every inning except for the first. Oh, ye gods, that's insane. Goes to show you how crazy the Cactus League can truly be. Of course, our schedule is going to start on April the 7th when we play Kansas City. And our home opener is April 15th, Jackie Robinson Day, against the San Francisco Giants. That's going to be a tough one. Haven't finished my picks yet for the MLB, but hopefully I do. And oh my God, we finished in 10 minutes. I told you there wasn't that much to talk about. There's not going to be that much to talk about, so I'm kind of going to drag this on a little bit. So I guess next week there's not going to be a lot to talk about. And then after that, April 6th episode, that will be the MLB preview. And then April 13th, you'll get the Guardians as well as the Cavs. And then April 20th, the Masters. Yes, the Masters. Who could possibly forget the Masters? Who could possibly forget the NCAA tournament in which St. Peter's is running it? St. Peter's. Did you put your money on St. Peter's? I didn't. But I did have Kentucky losing second round to Murray State. So my bracket hasn't really been that devastated yet. Well, it's sort of, because I had USC going Final Four for some crazy reason. I did pick Auburn to lose second round, albeit to a different team. I did have Loyola Chicago dancing to the Elite Eight, and now I look really stupid. And as a joke, I had Notre Dame winning the national championship and Akron winning national championship in one line. But in all seriousness, I think Duke is going to win. Duke plays Texas Tech. Winner plays Gonzaga, Arkansas. That will be, holy cow, tomorrow. And then North Carolina. I did pick North Carolina to beat Baylor. I will say, I knew Baylor was going to go out second round. Knew Auburn was going to go out second round. Knew Kentucky wasn't going to make it to the Sweet 16 because I know my basketball. Do I? No, I don't. UCLA, who somehow escaped against Akron, will play North Carolina. Purdue plays St. Pete's. I'm really hoping that St. Pete's wins that one. And, of course, Texas Tech playing Duke. I just like to say as a Notre Dame fan, I'm not happy with the calls that were on last Sunday night against Notre Dame. There were so many terrible, blatantly missed calls repeatedly. It cost us a spot in the Sweet 16. Arizona plays Houston, and Michigan plays Villanova. Michigan already on a bit of a Cinderella run right now, but I feel like Villanova's going to end that. Kansas plays Providence, and Iowa State plays Miami. So we can have, I'm just saying, a 15 seed dance to the Final Four. It'd be the lowest seed to ever reach the Final Four. Of course, 11 is the lowest, I believe. And, of course, the lowest seed to ever win the whole darn thing was 85 Nova back in 85. One of the greatest upsets in the history of the NCAA tournament. NCAA tournament doesn't get any better than the 68 teams. Now down to 16 teams. It's going to be a blast to see who will win it. Whose shining moment will it be? Of course, that's been their theme song since 1987. Originally, it was supposed to be for the Super Bowl. That's actually true. But because of time constraints, they pushed it to the NCAA basketball championship game. Well, that's it. We went by really quickly. I told you, once again, this was going to be a quick episode. And next week will probably be a quick episode. But don't worry, Guardians, Masters, NBA playoffs. Woo-wee. We got a lot. NFL draft as well. So until then, I'm Tommy Maroon signing off. So long, everybody.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.